Hello, dear students. I welcome you all in today's English revision class where we are going to revise Gopal and Hilsa fish. This is your English teacher, Dr. Beena Karnatak, and we will revise the summary of this chapter as well as NCERT question answers. So let's start it. First of all, summary of Gopal and Hilsa fish, class 7th honeycomb book. It was a season of Hilsa fish. The fishermen caught a lot of them. They sold them in the market. The prices, they said, were down. This news was discussed by all householders. They were amazed that the fish came to such a low price. In the palace, also the courtiers discussed the matter. A courtier showed the king a big fish he had caught. The king lost his temper. The courtier became silent and sad. The king realized his mistake. He told that even Gopal could not stop anyone from talking about Hilsa. Gopal protested. He said he could do that. The king then challenged him to bring a big fish to the palace without anyone asking a word about it. Since Gopal accepted the challenge, he started working accordingly. He became half shaven and covered himself with ash. When his wife asked him the reason about his peculiar look, he said that he was dressing up to buy a Hilsa fish. His wife thought he had gone mad. Gopal brought the Hilsa and started walking towards the palace. A child cried that the man was comical. Another called him a madman. The third mistook him for a mystic. But no one talked about the fish. Gopal reached the court. He told the guards that he wanted to see the king. They didn't allow him to enter. Gopal began dancing and crying loudly. They reported the matter to the king. The king ordered to bring him to the court. Gopal introduced himself before the king. The king asked him why he was dressed up in that fashion. Gopal exclaimed that when he was coming to the palace, not a single man spoke about Hilsa fish. Everyone got attracted towards his peculiar look. They didn't mind the fish. The king remembered the challenge he had thrown to Gopal. He congratulated Gopal on his achieving the impossible. Now, dear ones, we will discuss the NCERT question answers. First question, why did the king want no more talk about the Hilsa fish? It was the season of Hilsa fish. As everyone was busy talking about it, the king was fed up of the talks about Hilsa fish. Moreover, he did not want his courtiers to waste their time on these talks which could affect their work. Question 2. What did the king ask Gopal to do to prove that he was clever? Time and again, king used to test Gopal. So this time he asked Gopal to buy a Hilsa fish and bring it to the palace, crossing the bazaar without anyone asking anything about the fish throughout the way to prove that he was clever. Question 3. What 3 things did Gopal do before he went to buy his Hilsa fish? Gopal half shaved his beard, smeared himself with ash, and wore disgraceful rags before he went to buy his Hilsa fish. Question 4. How did Gopal get inside the palace to see the king after he had bought the fish? Gopal bought Hilsa from the market and reached the king's palace in such get-up. The guards refused to open the gate for a madman as they were unable to recognize him. They did not allow him to meet the king. Therefore, he began to dance and sing loudly. On hearing his loud song, the king sent his messenger to call him in the court. Question 5. Explain why no one seemed to be interested in talking about the Hilsa fish which Gopal had bought. Gopal's funny appearance attracted the attention of people much more than the Hilsa fish. At that time, no one was caring about the Hilsa fish he was carrying. Everyone was busy in talking about his mad appearance, half-shaved face and rags. Question 6. Write true or false against each of the following sentences. The king lost his temper easily. True. Second part of 6th question. Gopal was a madman. False. Gopal was a clever man. True. Gopal was too poor to afford decent clothes. False. The king got angry when he was shown to be wrong. False.